Who doesn't love mermaids? In this video, I'll be painting this mermaid in acrylic paints. I was inspired by the color coral. It is Pantone's color of the year, Living Coral. If you want to see me mix my own coral color, I'll be linking that in the description. I'm Maggie Pixie. I like to paint and make videos about it. Please consider subscribing. So let's take a trip to the sea and paint this mermaid. So I'm going to take out a pastel pencil, and this is what I use to sketch on my canvas. Sometimes a ruler really does help in placing the eyes and making sure that everything's straight. I like to use a throwaway paper palette. I just slap on my color there, and when I'm done with my painting, I just throw it away, and it's a lot easier and a lot cleaner. So I am going to mix up my colors on this palette, and I decided for this mermaid, pixie mermaid, to have one eye blue and one eye green. Very mermaid-like, I think. Anyways, so I am shading around her face, adding highlights. And this is my technique that I do for almost all my big eyes. And if you do want to see a more slowed down version of this, I do offer a step-by-step tutorial on my Skillshare channel. If you're interested in seeing how I paint on a slowed down real-time version, you can go check that out. I'll just list it in the description. So back to this mermaid. I decided to, keep in the theme of coral, so I'm going to add in some corally cheeks and lips, and I think it's a beautiful color. It actually, I think it goes really well with her green eyes, her green-blue eyes actually. And as you can see, my original mermaid sketch did have like a starfish in her hair, and then I wanted to add like seaweeds. So you do see me paint in those items in her hair. But as you see going forward, I do end up changing my mind. But I did include this in the video just to show you that, if you do end up changing your mind as you paint, it's so simple just to paint over any kind of painting. And, it's never too late to change your ideas as you paint. So here I go, I'm painting my starfish. And like, now that I'm looking back, it wasn't so bad. I don't know why I really changed my mind. But then I started adding the seaweed, and then I just figured, you know what, I just had this really great idea to have this coral crown because I was so inspired by Pantone's color of the year and the story behind it. So I decided to just have this huge coral crown. And there we go. I'm tracing it out, and then I paint it in. And please check the link in my description for the full tutorial on this coral crown if you're interested in painting this coral crown with me. Now, a little trick that I do with almost all my paintings is that I take a picture of it with my phone, and then in my phone I go to edit it, and I just switch it around, and there I can see the little mistakes that I have made, or maybe one eye's bigger than the other, or they're not straight, or maybe I added too much shade. So when I looked at the picture, I noticed that I wanted to fix the shading under her neck, maybe add a little bit more color to her cheeks. Yes, I'm adding more color to her cheeks. I added more highlights. And I find by taking a picture of your final artwork with your phone really changes your eye view, and you really see what your artwork really looks like, because as you're painting, your eye does get used to your artwork, and you usually can't see the mistakes, or I don't want to say mistakes, but you know, if your painting looks a little bit off, you can see it when you kind of change your eye perspective. I made her hair blue because I wanted the hair to sort of represent the sea, and then the coral crown on top of her blue sea hair. And here I'm just adding the last bits of highlights to her face, and I add extra sparkle to her eyes. I really need to name this pixie mermaid, and I'm just not sure how to name her, so if you have any suggestions, just leave your mermaid name suggestion in the comments. I did ask you if you preferred more acrylic or watercolor tutorials, and most of you preferred acrylic tutorials. And I have to say, I do love painting with acrylic paint myself, so I hope to make more videos like this, and don't forget to check out the links in the description. Aren't these little fishies so cute?